it's Casey with Russo Resells. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Casey. I am a full-time online reseller and I sell on platforms such as eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop, and Curtsy. I actually was gone for a whole week, even though you wouldn't even know, because I did post a couple videos when I was on vacation. I went to Oklahoma to see my brother and his family with my husband, and we had a blast. We were there from Wednesday, January 14th, and we got back Tuesday, which was yesterday, January 20th. So we were there for almost an entire week. We, like I said, had a blast. I did one thrifting haul there, which you will see probably in the next few days or so. And while I was gone, I put my store on vacation for about 3 days. So I did Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, actually 4 days till Saturday. And then I reopened my store on Sunday because that gave me about 3 days, and that's what all of the ship time is on all of the platforms. So today is Wednesday, January 21st, and we are going to go through a what sold while I was away on vacation. Now I have my little cheat sheet here, which I'll be reading off of. On Wednesday the 14th, the day we left, I had one sale, and I did have my eBay store open the entire time. I just put a vacation alert on there. So it let buyers know that they could still purchase from my store, but the items would not be shipped until Wednesday. So even knowing that, I had one sale on eBay. On Thursday the 15th, I had 0 sales, which is completely fine. I actually anticipated to have 0 sales days. I thought I would have them every single day out there, but thankfully it was only a handful of times. Then on Friday the 16th, I had 2 sales. Again, on Saturday the 17th, I had no sales. Again, completely fine. On Sunday the 18th, I had 1 sale. Then on Monday the 19th, I had 4 sales. And yesterday, the day that we came back, it was the 20th, and I had 0 sales. Totally fine. I was anticipating to have 0 sales days, like I said, every single day. So I am very happy for the sales I did get, and we are going to go ahead and hop right into those. To start us off, we had this Hugo by Hugo Boss, just really nice black vest. My husband actually had this from high school. Like, he literally wore this in high school to all of his dances, and it no longer fits. So I went ahead and put it up on eBay for $39.99 plus $7 ship. A buyer came in and used my 26% off coupon I have running in my store right now. So they paid $29.58 plus $7 ship. It cost me $6.43 to ship. My fees to eBay were $5.37, and I turned an item that we are no longer using in our household, in our closet, into $24.78. So very happy with that sell. Now, the next item to sell is this THML. This is a great brand to keep your eye out for. I just bumped my desk and it shook, you guys, but I believe I got this at Savers for about $10. It is this beautiful cream cardigan, and it has these chunky button details on it. I just absolutely love this. It was very old money, very capsule academia, and I did insert all of those keywords in the listing. But I had that listed on eBay for $27.99 plus $10 ship, and I sent out 22% off offers to watchers on eBay, and one of them did accept. They paid $22.96 plus $10 ship, which I think is a fantastic deal because that brand is so trendy right now. It cost me $6.26 to ship. Thankfully, they do live in the same state as me, so the shipping was a little less than I had anticipated. My fees to eBay were $4.84, and that left me with a profit of $21.86. Very happy to double my money on substantial pieces like that because it just makes my day that it's going to a buyer that's absolutely going to love it. The next item to sell is the cutest little shirt I ever did see. It is by Janie and Jack. This is a great kids brand to keep your eye out for, especially if it's at a great price. This is a linen button-down shirt with all of these parrots embroidered on it. I think it's absolutely adorable, and all of my children's clothing or items in my inventory is marked at $1. So I have $1 into that. I posted that up on eBay for $24.99 plus $5 ship, and a buyer came in and used my 26% off coupon. They paid $18.43 plus $5 ship. It cost me $5.77 to ship. My fees to eBay were $3.60, and I made a profit of $14.06. To make a profit of over $10 on any kids item is fantastic to me, so definitely keep your eyes out for children's items, especially if the price is right. Now, the next item to sell I was very happy about because I thought these would be sitting because they are a smaller size. This is by Driftwood, and it was sold at Free People. It has the tag right here. These were originally $128. They are this light wash, floral embroidered, like jogger jean pant. I thought these were absolutely beautiful. Like I said, they were in a smaller size, so I did price them to sell, not to sit, and I priced them at $84.99 plus $10 ship. I did have a couple watchers, so I sent out 22% off offers of $65.60 plus $10 ship, and a buyer came in and purchased them at that price. It cost me $7.57 to ship. My fees to eBay were $10.55, and I made a profit of $57.48. I have about $11 to $12 into those from a reseller Facebook group. Unfortunately, that group has now closed. However, I am very happy that I was able to purchase a few boxes while she did have the group open, and I am very happy to make over a $40 profit on a pair of jeans like that. I know that is kind of a high price to pay for jeans, but I believe that those were well worth it, and obviously from the fruits of those labor, or that labor, it was. Having a week off of filming, I'm trying to get back into the groove of things, so I do apologize if I'm saying odd things or tripping over my words. I promise I will try to get back into the swing of it. The next item to sell is by Mage, and this is a great brand. It has gone down in the resale market, I believe, because it is so oversaturated, but this was such a substantial piece that I had to pick it up, especially when it was only marked at like $10. So this is a wool blend cardigan, and it is in this blue and black colorway. Now, I did mention in the listing that it seemed like it was washed and it would just need to be re-shrunk out, like, you know how you dip it in warm or cold water and then you roll it up in a blanket and then slowly bring it back out. I do think that this sweater could benefit from that, so I did go ahead and put that in the listing, and I did mark it lower than comps so it would sell quickly with that flaw. So I priced it at $100. I did see comps for, I want to say $150 and over, so I did just want to go ahead and bring down the price a little bit. My Nifty sent out a 20% off offer to Likers on Poshmark, which was $80, and a buyer countered me at $60. Now, because of the shrunkenness on that cardigan, I did think that was a fair offer, so I did accept. My fees to Poshmark were $12. Like I said, I had $10 into this, and my profit was $48. So I am very happy with that profit, and I hope the buyer is able to, unshrink it. That's the word. Unshrink it so either they can flip it again, or if they purchased it for themselves, they can wear it. Now, the next item to sell is a consignment sell from my cousin back east. This is Abercrombie & Fitch. It is the new label, and this is the A-line short mid-rise. It is the Curve Love edition, and they are new with tag jean shorts. I think they probably just didn't fit her. She didn't like the fit and missed the return window, so she gave them to me to sell. I put them up on all platforms for $39.99 plus shipping. And on Depop, a buyer offered me $32 plus shipping, which I thought was extremely fair, and I did accept. We did have that item boosted, so those fees were $2.56. Our fees to Depop were $1.96. She left with $16.49, and I made a profit of $10.99. That was such an easy listing, and it is so nice to make $10 off of just, maybe 5 minutes of, taking photos, measuring, and putting it up online, and those sold within a week. So definitely look out for the newer tag of Abercrombie & Fitch, because I've always had great luck with it. Now, the next item I sold, I actually have already sold once before, so I knew that picking it up at a $2.99 Salvation Army sale could benefit me. It is by Everlane. It is this wool gray tank. It's just so cute. It's obviously a crop micro tank. And although it doesn't sell for a lot of money, Everlane is still a great pickup if you can find it for a good price. So I posted that up on Poshmark for $20, and a buyer offered me $14, which I thought was very reasonable, so I did accept. My fees to Poshmark were $2.95, and I turned $3 into $11.05. Very easy to list, very easy to put up on my platform, and it took about a month and it sold. So very happy with a $10 profit over a month. Now, the last item to sell is so cute. I saw this at Savers. I couldn't pass it up. Like I said, all of my children's items in my inventory are marked at $1. It is this so cute blue jean teddy fabric book. And I just thought it was simply adorable. I could not pass it up. And so I did go ahead and pick this up. I believe it has a name on here. Yeah, To Rider. So I did disclose that it had that embroidery on it. And I just recently cross-listed that, I want to say a week ago, and I put it up on Mercari for $19.99 plus free ship. And I have the automatic dropping of the price on Mercari. So the price dropped to $14.55 plus free ship. A buyer came in and paid full price, which we love. So I went on Pirate Ship to get my shipping label, and that was $5.62. My fees to Mercari were $1.45, and I made a profit of $7.48. Very, very happy with that. So those were all of my sales over the 6 days that I was in Oklahoma. I am very pleased with all of these sales because I just didn't think that I would receive any. So like I say, all sales are good sales, and I am happy with what I get always. So I'm going to go ahead and package these up so I can get them out to the post office. Hey all, welcome back. It is now Friday, January 23rd, and I wanted to go over a few sales with you all. As you all know, I was on vacation, so my stores are very slow after turning them back on, but all sales are good sales, and I'm very happy to share them with you. So on Tuesday, January 20th, I actually had 0 sales. Then on Wednesday, January 21st, I had 2 sales. Yesterday was Thursday, January 22nd, and I had 1 sale. And then today, as I stated before, is January 23rd, and I've already had 2 sales. I do apologize for my appearance. I played tennis earlier this morning and I'm going to be playing pickleball very soon. So I have a jam-packed day. I want to go ahead and get these shown to you and shipped out before I go play pickleball. So let's go ahead and hop into it. Okay, so the two sales that I had on Wednesday are from my couponing. For those of you new here, I am a couponer and I usually have a cost of goods into each item for $1 a piece. These I actually did get for free. I sold this 2-pack of Venus disposable razors. I had them on eBay for $11.99 plus free ship, and a buyer came in and offered me $9 plus free ship, which I did accept. It cost me $5.77 to ship. My fees to eBay were $1.53, and I ended up with $1.70. That'll go right back into my couponing fund. Now, the next items to sell are these Shea Moisture moisturizing deodorants, and I also got these for free couponing. I had them listed on eBay for $18.99 plus free ship, and I had a few watchers on them, so I sent out 12% off offers, which was $15.58 plus free ship, and one of the watchers did accept. It cost me $5.64 to ship. I did have these items promoted, so those fees were 51 cents. My fees to eBay were $2.55, and that left me with a profit of $6.88 going right back into my couponing fund. I am very happy about that because I am going couponing, I want to say later today or tomorrow. Now, my only item that I sold yesterday, Thursday, are these lovely pair of Tory Burch shoes. I just got these from Salvation Army for about $21. They are in fantastic condition, and I want to say I had them listed for a week or two, and they sold in incredible time. So I had these listed on eBay for $149.99 plus $10 ship, and a buyer came in with a very reasonable price of $125 plus $10 ship, which I did accept. That offer was simply fantastic. Anything over 100 or even at 100, I would have accepted. So I'm very happy to get that offer. It cost me $12.07 to ship. I did add protection up to, I want to say, $150 on these pair of shoes. So that was $3.17 through the USPS service. Then I did have them promoted, so those fees were $4.35. My fees to eBay were $18.83, and I turned $21 into $96.58. So although I only had one sale yesterday, it was a great one, and I am very thrilled with that. Earlier, I said I had 2 sales today, but I've actually had 3, and it is almost 3, so very happy with 3 sales today. I had this first one go through, and I was very thrilled because it's taking up a lot of room in my closet. It is by Miss 60. It is this fur hood jacket, this puffer jacket. It is very cool, metallic, but it did have some discoloring on the front, which I did mention. I don't think it's a big deal, especially because this piece is so substantial and you can't really tell. So I did price it very low because I also got it at a half off Salvation Army sale for about $5. So I didn't have a lot invested into it. I did price it very reasonably at $40 on Poshmark, and a buyer very reasonably offered me $33, which I did accept. My fees to Poshmark were $6.60, and I turned $5 into $26.40, and I will gladly take that any day. Next item to sell is this pair of good American jeans. I always pick these up if they are reasonably priced. If they are priced, I want to say over $12, I will not pick them up because they are very oversaturated on the resale market. But these were a size 20 and they are in fantastic condition, so I did want to pick them up. They are a petite sizing, so I did mention that in the listing and add measurements. And somebody came in. I had them priced at $49.99 plus $10 ship. They used my 26% off coupon running in my eBay store, and they paid $36.95 plus $10 ship. It cost me $9.20 to ship. My fees to eBay were $6.97, and I made a profit of $30.78. And I don't think I mentioned, but I bought those two at a half off Salvation Army sale for about $5. So $5 into $30, I'll take that any day I can. Now, the last item to sell is a consignment item. This is Wilfred by Aritzia. They are these pull-on, stretch, drawstring, wide leg, chocolate brown pants. Say that 10 times fast. These are in fantastic condition. They come from one of my tennis teammates, and she has fantastic taste, and she keeps her items in very great condition. I posted those on Poshmark for $60 because that's where comps generally were. I did price them, I want to say, a little higher than comps because I didn't see any in that size. So $60, I was very generously offered $50 from an interested buyer, which I did accept. Our fees to Poshmark were $10. My lovely tennis teammate ended up with $24, and I took $16. So very, very happy with that sale. I hope that you guys are having great sales as well. I am going to hurry up and hop on off so I can get these packaged up and shipped out. I hope you guys are having a great day, and until next time, my friends, bye.